I have never related so much to a cartoon in my life. Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I am your host, Akorn. I hope all of you are having a great weekend and are ready for the next installment of the idiocracy that is modern-day society. If you enjoy these videos, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, smash subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss out on all the new upcoming shows. And please help support this channel by sharing these videos with your family, friends, and social media. We have some good memes and a lot of idiocracy news this week, so let's get into it. Kamala Harris officially certifies Trump's landslide victory. The peaceful transfer of power is one of the most fundamental principles of American democracy. Life alert buttons to be installed at every congressional seat. Well, we know this story's not real, because that would actually be efficient. A health reminder to all Democrat women: it's time for your annual prostate check. MSNBC sees total audience nearly halved post-election day. Rachel Maddow loses over 40% of viewers, ratings report. Fire hydrants out of water. Democrat mayor out of country as Los Angeles wildfires rage. Why are you in Ghana? I'm fairly certain that everyone has heard about what's going on out in California right now, including some of the areas in Hollywood. But while all that was going on, the mayor was out visiting other countries. Apparently, from what I heard at least, she has now returned. Reporters attempted to ask her questions as she was coming in, but she refused to say a word to anyone. This is who's leading the LAFD, in case you're wondering why LA is in ruins. Who would have thought it would be the GOP senators who are Trump's biggest obstacle on getting confirmations? If you want to thank me for my military service, vote for candidates that put veterans before illegal aliens. It's really sad what's been happening to all the veterans out there. And on top of everything else, you also have things like this. MSNBC host claims military veterans are a bigger threat to America than illegal immigrants. MSNBC host Lawrence O'Donnell has sparked widespread criticism after he suggested that the U.S. military veterans are a greater source of terrorism within the United States than illegal immigrants. In a segment aired on Thursday, O'Donnell's comments were met with immediate backlash. The simple fact is, this country has suffered more deadly terrorism at the hands of American-born citizens who are veterans of the United States military than people who have crossed into the country at the southern border, O'Donnell said per Fox News. It is very clear from the evidence that if you want to worry about terrorism in this country, the United States Army is a much bigger problem than the southern border. Just another example of the ongoing demonization of the U.S. veterans. Most of us already know the real reason of why many of the high-ups hate U.S. military vets. Just one example that goes right with this was when a congressman, actually I believe it was Pelosi, but I could be wrong on that, but basically they said that as soon as a soldier leaves the military, that they should be immediately labeled as mentally ill and have their cordless hole punchers taken. That right there tells us pretty much all we need to know. Elon Musk, Alexander Vindman committed treason, will pay the appropriate penalty. Wow, I'm so glad we found this app. Yeah, how did we ever do without it?
Left foot, right foot, breathe in. Left foot, right foot, breathe out.
Joe Biden presenting George Soros with Presidential Medal of Freedom. He looks more like Soros than that guy looks like Biden. Transphobic? Do I look scared? No, I am intolerant. Intolerant of mentally ill people forcing the rest of us to play make-believe. The U.S. inadvertently funding the Taliban again. What you ordered on Temu versus what arrives. Disgusting. New woke Superman movie features guy wearing underwear over his pants. These movies just keep getting worse and worse. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. Chill out. There's always a few of you that blow up in the comments. This game is called Media Fact Checkers. How does it work? I cheat, then tell everyone you're a liar. It's a pretty good summary. Barack Obama. We didn't have a scandal that embarrassed us in my presidency. The sad part is, most people have forgot about it. Crashed at 200 miles per hour. Tripped at 2 miles per hour. Google page on Women's Day. The Google page on Men's Day. AOC calls out fellow Democrats for being too reflexively anti-Republican. The reason why I think oftentimes Democrats occasionally lose elections is because we're too reflexively anti-Republican, and that we don't lean into ambitious visions for working class Americans strongly enough, she told the outlet. And this is coming from AOC. What a joke. Don't believe him. He has no heart. He has no conscience. I've said this in past episodes, that this version of Zuckerberg, I honestly believe is an android. Then there's the other version of Zuckerberg that actually looks like a real person. What if modern feminism is just a cult for Planned Parenthood followers? Where gender actually comes from. Where transgender identity comes from. I'm sure most everyone by now has heard that Justin Trudeau has resigned as Prime Minister of Canada, and apparently he has dissolved Parliament. However, from what I understand, nothing really changes until sometime in March. Out for tea, and the restaurant claimed they catered for vegans. This was my sister's amazing vegan meal. Well, it is vegan. New York City when a man is burning people alive in the subway. New York City when a man is protecting people in the subway. When your enemies all commit self-unaliving. You know, there's a lot of memes about this. The worst thing is, most people know that it's true, and yet nothing will ever be done about it. Of course, they're just a drop in a bucket compared to all the other things that the government has done to people, and that's just talking about the stuff we know about, let alone all the things we don't know about. The moment you realize the demons in the Bible referred to themselves as they, them, and we, us. Fact check true. When you try to spread so much propaganda bullshit, you need a second hole to help you out. Food injustice has deep roots. Let's start with America's apple pie. From amnesia about apple pie to burger battlefields, author and academic says today's food justice fights have long, bloody histories. That's right, guys. American apple pie is racist. Them. Define woke. Me. Okay. New Amazon show. The King of England is black, gay, and disabled. I'm sure they could have fit at least one or two more attributes in there. The United States Marines has a motto saying, "Once a Marine, always a Marine." This means that once their active tour is over, they still honor their oath to protect and defend the United States and its citizens. Daniel Penny proved that they practice what they preach. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Deport a man, and you never have to feed him again. His opponent for the next round, Tammy Tyson from the United States. I'd pay to see that fight. My paycheck versus my bills. Unfortunately, getting pretty tired of living through historical events. Well, better get used to it. You gotta see a whole lot more. No one notices as entire cast of The View replaced with shrieking feral pigs. No, if they hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have noticed. They look and sound about the same to me. Snow in the winter, protesters in the summer. Breaking this law will result in a $300 fine. The price for this crime is $300. How self-made billionaires got their start. Mom sat on the same board as the CEO of IBM and convinced him to take a risk on her son's new company. Started Amazon with $300,000 in seed capital from his parents and more from some rich friends. The son of a powerful congressman who owned an investment company. Dad owned an emerald mine in apartheid South Africa. If they can investigate Trump's past finances, they can investigate how these politicians became millionaires. All states' wokeness under fire after CEO uses New Orleans massacre to lecture Americans about divisiveness. All states' woke policies apparently cultivated a corporate mindset where this seemed like a good idea. I'd rather be put in a luggage hold than to have to sit like this on a plane. From Canada, all this assisted unaliving has been a boom to organ donation. A Dutch study found that Canada is now the global epicenter for organs harvested from people who have unalived by assisted unaliving. If you remember the meme from last week's episode, maybe people are beginning to figure out why this is being pushed so hard. Man arrested in Oregon for swinging lightsaber at cops deflects tasers. I guess those skills were worthwhile after all. Okay, how do I fix it? Give it to the refs. They fix everything else for you. Passengers traveling first class on British Airways Boeing 747s are worried about a redesign, which means some lavatories have windows. A woman traveling to New York complained there were no blinds. She was told by a stewardess, "Madam, if some pervert is clinging to the side of this aircraft at 35,000 feet, they deserve to see everything." police escort when you unalive one rich CEO versus when you unalive 4 college students. Mustang flame mode, Tesla's flame mode. Biden releases bin Laden's bodyguards and other alleged terrorists at Guantanamo Bay to Oman. Administration wants to close Gitmo prison permanently. Nancy Pelosi sold $3 million in Google stock. Department of Justice sues Google shortly thereafter. Well, they got the tunnel finished. The mountain will be built next year. The biggest scam in life. Paying taxes on the money you make, paying taxes on the money you spend, and paying taxes on the things you own that you already paid taxes on with already taxed money. Netflix offers Jake Paul $50 million to push George Foreman down the stairs. At this point, it wouldn't really be that surprising. If at any point in time my Christian or conservative memes offend you, suck it up, princess, because you're gonna see a lot more of it. And I'll end the episode with this. The oldest computer was owned by Adam and Eve. It was an Apple with very limited memory. Just 1 byte, and everything crashed. The Bible never says an apple, but it is pretty much true. If you enjoyed the show, please share this video with your family, friends, and social media. Also, starting this past Tuesday, we've been uploading fresh content to our second channel, Akorn's Second Stash. While we'll still explore some familiar topics, we'll also be diving into new and unique content not featured here on the main channel. You can catch new videos every Tuesday and Saturday, so don't miss out. Head over to Akorn's Second Stash and check out our latest uploads. And while you're there, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Can't wait to see you over there. You can find the link down below in the video description or here on the bottom right of the end screen of this video. I'll also drop a link in the first pinned comment down below. I thank you all for watching. You guys take care and stay safe. This is Akorn, over and out.